love every bit of this business. It's absolutely fantastic. Just the way that the whole thing works. You know, helping other people to get what they want, and in turn you'll get what you want as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It says there, Silver Executive Business. When I first joined, I was working at the local council, 45 hours a week, earning £1,000 a month, and to be honest with you, there was no appreciation. You were working sometimes weekends as well, you know, and it was basically tough, and it was like literally, have you done that? And okay, well, you need to do this and you need to do this. You have to break the whole day into 15-minute chunks. You have to write down what you've done every 15 minutes of the day. That all has to be keyed into the computer. And then there was one thing that really got me when there was 5 of us in the department. 2 of them went off on long-term sick. Then there was 3 of us that had to do this work because they were paying them a full-time wage. So the rest of that work fell on us, and basically, you just couldn't keep up with the work. Like I say, I was constantly asked, have you not done that yet? I want you to do this, I want you to do this. And so that was the motivation for me to do this business. I joined to get out of my job, which, I know it's kind of like a negative motivation, but it works. You know, if you want to get out of your job, you know what I mean, it is brilliant, because you can build this up part-time to get to a point where you're earning double, treble, even quadruple what you earn in your job. So I got started and pretty much did exactly what Chris said, 200 catalogues out twice a week alongside that full-time job. And in the very first 4 weeks, I earned 300 quid. And it's like, this thing works. You know what I mean? It's from a complete standing start, earning 300 quid in the first month. I thought that was brilliant, because if the worker had turned around to me and said, you know what, because if I'd have put that same effort into my job, and they turned around and said, you know what, because you've worked so hard this month, instead of £1,000, we're now going to pay you 1,300. I'd have been jumping up and down. I'd have been happy. I'd have been, but obviously it doesn't work like that in the workplace. So that was the least amount that I ever earned. Got to the point where within 10 months, built a gold distributor, earning 1,200 quid extra on top of that £1,000 from the job. Still working 45 hours a week in a normal job, earning an extra 1,200 quid, which is great. Got that extra income coming in. Within 2.5 years, got to a point where I helped 2 other people to get to gold. So now they're earning around about the 1,200 quid mark every 4 weeks as well, which is fantastic. But I was now earning around about the 2.5 grand mark every 4 weeks, but still working full time in the job. So £1,000 in the job as well. So I was like 2.5 grand coming in, which was absolutely amazing. And the highest income I've earned from cleanings in a 4-week period is £4,080, which I think is absolutely amazing, because there's no way would I earn that in a job. I earn more than that now, but that's because I've got investments as well as the cleanings in business. But to get to a point where I was earning £4,000, to me, that's brilliant. I've kind of covered that really. The lifestyle, we were able to do a lot more things. I was able to upgrade the car and that kind of thing, go on holidays and this kind of, but also put money aside as well to invest, which was great. So now the lifestyle is just amazing, and it's all due to this business. Sometimes I don't think people realise what they've got their hands on. This business is amazing. It really, really is life-changing. As I said there, I gave the job up around about 9 years ago. So it's great because now I'm my own boss. And instead of waking up every morning, absolutely, because I just knew what workload was ahead every day. Instead of waking up every morning and absolutely dreading going to work, I'm actually getting up every morning and I'm jumping out of bed because I'm working for myself, for goals, what I want in life, and basically helping other people as well, which that is a major part of it. So I'm so glad I'm out of that job. It did take me a while I should have gave up the job a lot sooner, but anyway, I don't know, I just carried on. So, just going to share with you my thoughts really about goal setting. It's my favourite subject. I absolutely love goal setting. I love it. I love looking at cars and property and holidays and things like this. I just love it. So, what is goal setting? Well, it's something that you'd like to achieve. Okay, something that you'd like to achieve, and it's something that you can get passionate about. You know, what is it that you really, really want? You can turn your dreams and ambition. What you're doing is you're turning these into bite-sized, achievable goals. And it's kind of like, you know, when you're at school and when you're a kid, you know, you've got all these dreams, and you know, if you ask any children, you know, what do they want to be when they grow up, kind of thing. You know, come out with like, I want to be a fighter pilot, or I want to be, I don't know, fireman or something, or do you want to be all sorts of like weird and wonderful kind of jobs and this kind of thing. You know, they're very ambitious. And I think when you leave school and you start in the normal traditional workplace, it kind of like gets knocked out of you a little bit. You know, these dreams and these things that what you really wanted when you were a kid. So basically, this business, it allows you to dream again. No matter what's going on in your life, or like, because everybody has challenges, everybody has like, you know, issues and things going on in their life. But you know, you can basically with this business, you can get over these things as well. I mean, it's not only the money in this business; it's all about personal development as well. You know, I really truly believe that you become a better person. You know, it's just amazing, really. So goals, they give you direction and they keep you focused on where you want to go, where you want to end up. So obviously we've got these different types of goals. We've got short-term goals. Yeah, goals that can be accomplished like in the near future. This could be, I don't know, it could be something simple as going out for an expensive meal. It could be a laptop hour class. That was a short-term goal, or you know, anything which you can achieve in the next few months. So, and then you've got long-term goals as well. Obviously, they're going to take longer to achieve these, maybe a year or more. And these could be bigger things like, I mean, I don't know, a car, houses, you know, certain particular holidays that you know are expensive. So these are like your long-term goals. So ask yourself these questions. You know, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to see? What do I want to have? Where do I want to go? And how many years will it take you to achieve these things? And if you write down, I can't stress this enough, write down a detailed description to the point where you start getting specific. An example, I'm big into cars, I absolutely love cars, and you could, you know, put down to the detail of what make and model it is, what spec it's got, what colour it is, has it got leather, has it got panoramic, is it hands-free, heated seats, you know, sat nav, literally really, really detailed information. And so, you know, ask yourself that last question there, you know, what is your reason? What was it that made you, or what was it that enticed you to join cleaning? You know, what is it you're doing it for? So then we come to another question, you know, why set goals? Well, countless people, they've worked hard all their lives, and they've just ended up broke. So that's a major reason why we ought to set goals. Dreams are fantastic, but not enough. We need a step-by-step blueprint of actions, okay, and activities to reach that destination. And for that, we need goals. Yeah, so it's brilliant. I love goals and goal setting, I really do. And obviously, this will come to a minute and stop. So, I think quite a few of you might have heard about SMART goals. So S being specific, write down exactly what you want, be clear, detailed and precise. Yeah. M is for measurable. Okay, so quantify your goal. Measure your goals by knowing what success means to you. Success is completely different to different people. We're all, we're all different at the end of the day, aren't we? But success to someone may be to earn an extra £1,000 a month, and to be honest with you, that is fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. And if they reach that and they earn an extra £1,000 a month, they're successful. They've reached what they aimed for in the first place, which is absolutely amazing. It may be to earn big money, or that money that they've earned, give it to charity, whatever it is. It's whatever success means to you. So measurable and achievable as well. So something that stretches you, okay, but it can be achieved through immediate actions and also build upon to achieve more through consistency. Okay, so that's achievable. And then R is for realistic, or what I like to say more, don't particularly like the word realistic, but relevant. So it's got to be doable, real and practical. And then for time, time associated. It's so important to put a time frame against that goal when you would like to accomplish it or achieve it by. I've been listening to Jim Rohn today on goal setting, just on YouTube while I've been doing other things. And it's basically he's saying pretty much everything that was on these slides anyway. The guy's a legend, really is. So work out what you need to do in order to achieve your goals. Okay, so what you do is you can work backwards. So sit down with a successful outline and just literally, if it's income or I don't know if it's a status, at pin level, if it's a car, if it's a holiday that you're going for, literally you can sit down and work backwards what you need to do, literally on a monthly basis or maybe a weekly basis, even down to a daily basis, what you need to do in order to achieve that goal. And it's important if you get pictures up around the house. You need to see them constantly. It could be on your fridge or in your car all the time, in your office, basically everywhere. You give yourself a constant reminder of what it is you want out of this business. And it's time now to get excited. I mean, it's so exciting, isn't it? Just writing down a list of all the things that you want. And then now, you're working towards these things. It's just so exciting. And if you just stay excited and just work that plan, because you will succeed. A little quote there, an idea is just a dream until you write it down, and then it's a goal. So true. So as I mentioned about the pictures, you can create a vision board, a goal board, start getting pictures of all the things that you'd like, what you want to achieve, collage, written descriptions, quotes, this kind of thing. And they're so powerful. They really are. Brilliant. And you know what? If let's say you're working full-time or part-time, and you're actually quite happy with the income that you're earning, you know what, just by working this business on a part-time basis, it's amazing just what a few £100 can make to your life. It really can, just the difference that can make. Example, with a typical, say, like 130 grand mortgage. If you were to earn an extra £100, if you were to pay off on your mortgage an extra £100 than you would normally, you're literally going to knock 5 years off your mortgage. Just by doing that, you're going to £100. Now, who can't go out there and put £100 on their check? Anybody can put £100 on their check from whatever, And if you add £275 a month to your income, you're going to knock 10 years off your mortgage. That's so powerful. You're going to save yourself a lot of money. I'll tell you how achievable that is. you know, we're talking £275 in a 4-week period to add onto your current check now. In the Vista group, which we're the Freedom team, but we're part of the Vista group, which is Peach and Jackie's group. And there's a couple in there, you probably heard on Chris and Kinsella. Chris and Claire Kinsella. Their income last month, and they both work as well, by the way, their income last month was £1,500. Do you know what? This month they added £1,300 on their check. So £2,800. £1,300 they've added on their check in 4 weeks. It's doable. It really is. So £275 seems like, you know, and you're going to knock 10 years off your mortgage. I mean, I just think that's amazing. I'm into cars. I saw this yesterday. Seriously. Okay, you can add back on that. £74 a month. No down payment. £74 a month. You could be driving around in a brand new car. Again, who can't add £74 a month onto the check? 74 quid, brand new car. Yeah. I mean, that's really kind of like the cheapest you can go with leasing. If you double that, you know, instead of 74, let's say £151. You know, you can get yourself a nice Nissan Duke. Then I like to say, I mean, I even know what kind of spec these cars got. You know, so £151. So okay, let's double it again. How about a Mercedes E-Class coupe, 250 CDI? That was the same engine that I had in my Mercedes convertible, and it was quick. It'll be quicker than that as well. I mean, you know, that E-Class. So okay, with this one, yeah, there is an initial down payment on this one. With that, you know, 600 quid, or £300 a month. £300 a month. Anybody can have £300 a month on their check. They can be driving around in a brand new Merc, an E-Class Merc. I mean, I just think that's amazing. It's just so powerful, isn't it? What a difference a little bit more can make. So, a few more quotes. Nothing worth having comes easy. Yeah, you know, you're gonna. If it was easy, like really, really easy, everybody would just be inkling easy, and then we'd have nobody to serve us in a restaurant or nobody to fly a plane for us. I mean, we don't want everybody, we just want the right people inkling easy, don't we? We want people who have got a work ethic, people who are, you know, who are ambitious. So that quote, you know, nothing worth having comes easy. And the thing is, by achieving these goals, you know what you've been through. It's great personal satisfaction, you know, pat on the back. You know, you've worked through these challenges and you've reached these goals. Another great quote. You know, we're not born just to pay bills and die. We're not. There's so much more to life, isn't there? There's so much out there. So, what I was on about earlier, when I was in the workplace, and I used to wake up every morning and absolutely dread going to work because I just knew what lay ahead every day. And I just think that's a big chunk of your life to be unhappy into. You know, where you're literally waking up every morning and all your working hours in the job is you hate it. So now I jump out of bed every morning because I'm working for myself and for helping others as well, which is great. So if you can set a goal that makes you jump out of bed in the morning, how cool is that? You know, rather than like going to work Monday morning again, you know. So no, absolutely brilliant. So dream big. Seriously, there's no limit to what this business can give you. No limits at all whatsoever. As I said, you know, before about the school children, and they sort of like, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be walking on the moon kind of thing. It does get knocked out of you, you know, when reality hits and you're paying bills and and you're working all these hours and this kind of thing. So you really can dream again in this business. You really can. Dream big. Seriously, I would advise everybody just to write down some massive goals, even if you think there's no way on this earth I'm going to be able to achieve it. Just think, okay, if you won 10 million on the lottery, imagine that. Now you can spend that money, can't you? Okay, write down all the things that you could get with 10 million. So dream big. So people with goals, they succeed because they know where they're going. It's so true. That's by Earl Nightingale. Quote from Zig Ziglar: "What you get by achieving your goals," and this is so true, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become. It really is so true. You become such a different person. The fact that you've gone out there and you've worked through all the challenges, you've reached these goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And just focus, so follow one course until successful. And we need to get rid of the word impossible. Just get rid of that I am, because it truly is possible. Quote here from Michael Cathcart: "There is a spark of magic inside everyone. The tragedy of life is most people never realize their true potential. They live and die without ever turning that spark into a flame. Find your magic spark. It will turn your life into an unforgettable adventure, a bright, eternal flame that will live on much longer than you do. Live your life and set the world on fire." That's a great quote, I find. So, what's your burning desire? What is you want to happen? What is? Like I say, no holds barred, just literally write down anything. So, ask yourself the question: why are you involved in Clean Easy? So I'm now going to just share with you some of my reasons, and it's only some of them, it isn't everything, some of my reasons why I joined Clean Easy. Now I've got to make it clear at this point, I'm not bragging, I'm not saying, it's just basically what is achievable, and that anybody in this room can do the same, and more, to be honest with you, because the likes of Peter and Jackie White have been in the same amount of time as themselves. They're earning checks of like 18, 20 grand a month, and they've been at the same time as me. Now I'm nowhere near that, but it's what I'm getting is providing a great lifestyle. So things like this, I'd always wanted to do the microflight. Now there's two types of microflight. There's the fixed wing and the flex wing. I really, really want to do the flex one, which is it's kind of like a hang glider with an engine. I really want to do that, but it was too windy on the day, so I went. It's kind of like a mini plane, really. So I went and I flew over our house. It's not close to that. Middle. Oh right, yeah. So I flew over our house and took photographs. I own that house as well. I can do that as well. And then for Valentine's Day, I treated my girlfriend to a Virgin hot air balloon flight with champagne and everything. And again, that was amazing. We flew over wherever it was. I don't know where it was, but it was amazing. I tell you, it's so quiet up there. I mean, it's literally, you can hear like a dog barking. You really, anybody been in a hot air balloon, it's so quiet up there, isn't it? You can literally hear everything that's going on beneath it. So, when I first saw this house, I just fell in love with it straight away. It's a 4-bedroom detached, and I just had to have it. And these views, especially from the back of the house, these views are amazing. We've done a lot to the house as well. I new drive and converted the garage into an office and this kind of thing, new windows and back of the doors and all the rest. I've spent a lot of money on it, but it's so like it's treble in value. It's treble in value. This is view from our bedroom, basically. So we've got a balcony, a sliding patio door that leads out onto a balcony from our bedroom. And this is, I just love it. I just love that view. It's made all over Cheshire. You can see the Welsh Mountains in the distance, and you see hot air balloons come over this kind of thing. And that's what it's like on winter. I mean, it's like a postcard, isn't it? Seriously, and we love it when it snows, because we get to look at that. I mean, you can literally sit up in bed and look at that. It's safe. So we've got a cinema room as well. We're very much into movies, love films, and so we've got this 3D full HD projector. The 3D is absolutely amazing on it. So obviously that's we've got Bond playing there. earlier this year. Actually, it was for my birthday. I treated myself. When we went to Rio with Clean Easy, they've got these beds where you press a button and the TV came out, and it's like, that's got to go down on the list. I'm having one of that. I'm into gadgets. I love gadgets. I've got to have one of that. And you know what? It's amazing. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. I was thinking at first it's going to block the view, but to be honest with you, the old bed we had was actually much higher than that. So when the telly's down, it's actually better. It's actually better. So you can still sit up in bed and look at view. So yeah, absolutely love that. We don't get me wrong. We don't sit in bed and watch TV all the time. It's just it's a treat. It's nice to have. Yeah. And again, a few weeks ago, got myself like this 3 PC setup, and I think there's a theme here. I think I'm a bit, I'm sort of liking screens, aren't I? But that's a 32-inch telly at the top there, and then I've got these 2 screens here. It's brilliant because you can get, like I say, you can have like things like a team webinar going, and you can have like your contact manager there. You can have email here. You can have like Excel spreadsheets. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. It was great when I was doing my tags. Oh, it's great because I've got all the spreadsheets open at once, and you could just, it's me, brilliant. So that was a biggie for me as well, and in all honesty, it didn't really cost that much. So it was a few weeks ago I got that. And then actually, do you know what? There's so much happened this year. A few weeks ago, pretty much at the same time, we had a brand new kitchen. So that's our brand new kitchen for breakfast. Love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, it's really nice. This is a couple of years back we had this. It's like it's a steam room. It's got a power shower. It's got a monsoon. It's got like a separate. It's got stereo in there. Do you know what? It's $2.5 grand, but it's like that's got to go on the list. I'm having one of them, and do you know what? I actually got the one I wanted. So that's not our bathroom, but that's the identical one what we've got installed, which it can be anything. I'm just giving you a completely wide range of all sorts of different things, and I just wanted one of these awesome showers with the jets and everything and steam. And tomorrow morning, this isn't ours, but tomorrow morning we're having a stripey very much similar to this. Carpet, the landing, and then all downstairs, all the way in the hall, because we've got like over 8 meters. The hallway is over 8 meters. And we're having that in plain. It's going to be like one of these like a darker brown colour, the plain this is. But all the stairs and landing, that's going to be fitted tomorrow morning. And just simple little things like this. If that's, it can be anything, can't it? And again, that was on the list, and it's like, tick it off. Absolutely brilliant. So I just love looking at, right, okay, what can I go for next on the list? It's great, and you just start ticking them off. Absolutely brilliant. So it's just whatever you want, you can just work towards. I always fancy a hot tub. We've actually got a gazebo over it now. We've got a gazebo there, we've got another gazebo over this. And so that comes out every year, because obviously with it being one of these blow-up ones, it has to go away really for winter. But yeah, every sort of May time, March, April time, that comes out. It's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. Again, the goal. So then, now, it's kind of like, right, okay, what else did I want? And it was property. I just love property. And I could just see building up a portfolio of like 20 properties. So I bought this tax house next door. The main reason for that, in actual fact, is for the garden. So we could literally take 2/3 of the garden, and then we've got like a huge decking area and like with the hot tub and the garden. We've got a much bigger area now, and then they still got, because I rent that house out, they still got a garden. So it's a win-win situation. But it just so happens like it's an investment as well. So that's one of them. This I then bought 2. It's a terrace house. I've been converted into 2 one-bedroom flats. So that produces 670 quid a month. These 2 flats. There's a piece of land as well from where that blue thing is. There used to be a terrace house there. It goes right away across, right way back, and it comes over 2 years old. It's quite a, it doesn't look it, but it's quite a big piece of land that I can build a house on there as well if I want to. So there's that. beautiful. 3-bedroom flat. It's gorgeous. I've got really, really high standards. I would not have a problem living there at all. It's gorgeous, that flat. So yeah, there is others as well, but I haven't got the pictures for them. But so, and then also I thought, diversify as well. I mean, because it's what this business. You can invest in anything. I love my business. I really do. I love it with a passion, and I work my business. But these properties, they just take care of themselves. So I put it with a management agency, and they just take care of it. It means that just runs itself. I can get on with my business, which is great. But I'm safe in the knowledge that I'm building this property portfolio. So I invested in this hotel in Llandudno. You've got to recognise it, because this is the roundabout where the pier is. The pier is just here. This is going to change its name from the Belmont to the Heritage Hotel.
Who stays up there?
You stayed at the Belmont? Right, okay. Well, it's actually being renovated at the moment.
So you must have been the guy who bought it before.
Well, I haven't bought the whole thing.
4 years
It's
ago.
only a small investment, really. There's like quite a few people that have invested in it, and we each get a share of income. So that guarantees 10% return. You get nowhere near 10% back, which is that guarantees it. So that one will be very soon. It will change to the Heritage Hotel. So that's what, again, that just takes care of itself. They sort that out. I'd always wanted, this is like several years ago now, you can see I'm young out there. I always wanted one of these X-type jackets. I always wanted it. And you know what? And it comes back to the goals. I was like thinking of nothing else every day. It was like, and I was looking at on Auto Trader, and you know what? I got the last of the X-types, and I thought I was going to get like a 6 plate or something like that, but I got the very last of it. I got one much better than I thought I would do. And then I put my plate on. I've still got that plate, that Tawn Nov. I haven't put it on a car yet, but I've still got it. So there's that. And then when the 12 plate came out, through the leasing, and this business allows you to, because I think leasing, if you want a brand new car, leasing is definitely the way to go. It really is if you want a brand new car. And so when the 12 plate came out, I had this brand new Merc, and you know what? It felt like $1 million. It was like, I can't believe that. I put catalogs out, pack them back in, and introduce other people to do the same. It's just crazy. It was brilliant. And then when the 14 plate came out, I had this Mercedes convertible, which was again lovely, absolutely amazing. And then when the 16 plate came out, I had this C-Class Merc. Well, this it's a special one. I mean, it really is. It's a plug-in hybrid one. It's part electric, part petrol. It's 280 brake. It's like under 6 seconds to 62, which is just kind of like it's Porsche box to kind of speed. It's got every gadget you could think of. And I just, you know what? Every time I get out of this car, I'm looking back and I just think it's just a thing of beauty. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Heated seats, panoramic roof. I mean, you can press a button on the steering wheel and say navigate to wherever, and then it will just go. It's just amazing. Love it. And it's 40 grand's worth of car. Now, there's no way, if I was still working in the council, would I be able to afford a 40 grand car, even like leasing, really, 40 grand car. So again, it's all due to this business, really is. And so, in regards to competencies, this was the first one we went on with, as you can see there, Jamie Nadal Picasso, if you recognise those. That was in Rio. That was in Cape Town. And then this was in Hong Kong. So, it was mentioned earlier, now these hotels are like where the Queen stays, where Barack Obama, where Richard Branson, people like this stay. Top, the top quality hotels. And it must, well, I'm sure it cost the company around about £5,000 per person, so like 10 grand. Right. So these hotels are amazing. Out of this world. And you can qualify international destination. Absolutely amazing. And you treat it like royalty, you really are. They can't do enough for you. I mean, in Rio, as I say, like with the, so it's always special your first one, isn't it? With that, with the that TV and that room. Amazing hotel. I mean, actually, that is the hotel that we stayed in Rio. Absolutely amazing. And we even had his own butler. And this guy said, I'll unpack for you. And like Claire saying, oh, I don't want him handling me small. So it's all like that. But no, you're all right, you're okay. But you couldn't do enough for you. Could not do enough for you. Absolutely brilliant. That's hotel, as I say. And then actually, I did qualify for Jamaica as well. But, and the thing, this is the crazy thing. I'm never ill, right? Because I eat healthy, I exercise. But I'd just come off a cruise, and I must have picked up a bug or something. But I was so ill, and I couldn't go. I had like 10 grand holiday, and I could not go Jamaica. Absolutely gutted, but it's one of the things. So I did qualify. I was happy in the knowledge that I qualified for it anyway. So that's good. We like cruises. We absolutely love cruises. We go on at least one cruise a year. This year we've been quite fortunate to go on 2 cruises. And you know what? I'm saying all this stuff, but I'm really grateful for it. Do you know what I mean? And I think you have to be. I think there's gratitude there. You have to be grateful for what you've got in life, even if you think, well, I'm nowhere near my goals. Be grateful for what you have got, because you can start working towards these goals. You really can. I think everybody starts somewhere, and but yeah, the lifestyle that this gives us now with these. I mean, that's the longest zip wire over water in the world. You've done that one?
Yeah,
Have you?
I might.
Yeah? Longest zip wire in the world over water. Amazing. That's how you're going down there and your face is flapping. The wind you're going that fast. So that was great. I mean, iconic places, you're travelling. Things like adrenaline stuff now. I love things like rock climbing, segways. I just love those things. I mean, they are great. If you've never been on one, you've got to get yourself on a segway. They are amazing machines. They're fantastic. That was at Alton Park. Like a fast driving course around Alton Park at Nigel Mansell's driving school. And then I've done this quite a few times while indoor skydiving. I've not done the actual real thing yet, but I do plan to do that for charity for cancer. But I've done quite a few times the indoor skydiving. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. That's parasailing in Mexico. I mean, again, if I was still working for the council, no way would I have these kind of holidays. I did actually end up doing the flex wing one on what I want to do, the hang glider with the engine. Did that fantastic. I think I was last year, which is great. Jet skiing, quad biking, again, another amazing experience. Surfing on board the Royal Caribbean ship. Absolutely brilliant. This is what this business can do for you. Rally, did a rally experience. I did quite a bit of karting in my younger days, and on this one, I mean, these guys were good. So I think they must have had an off day because I actually came first place on that particular day. But they were so good. They were. I go to the gym 3 times a week. If I'm going during the day, if I was at the council, I wouldn't be able to go to the gym 3 times a week. Brilliant. We went to the Burj Khalifa. Tallest building in the world in Dubai. That's the view from the top there. Out this world. Ferrari World, while we're in Dubai, I went up to, I think, Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it's right next to the circuit, the Abu Marina circuit. So we went to Ferrari World and went on the fastest roller coaster in the world. Now this was, you see everybody else is like, everybody else is smiling, I am. It's you experience the G-force that Formula 1 drivers do. And it's just, I'll tell you what. I've got to just say a little story about that. When it first, the first part of the ride, you go along and the acceleration is out of this world. The acceleration is kind of like mine, it's just like your stomach behind you, your braces over that. The acceleration, and then you start to climb at that kind of angle, but you're still accelerating, and you're going like that, you're going like that. Do you know what's going through my mind? I'm thinking, I'm definitely going to die here. It's going to come off its rails, and I'm going to end up on the moon. This is how fast the moon was going. And I'm thinking, what was going through my mind? I've had a great life. Seriously, that was what was going through my mind. I really did genuinely think I was going to die. Everyone else is laughing, I'm laughing. So that was one of the conferences. I'm sure many of you might have seen Richard McCann, and he's got the book with the testimonies in there, and I felt so privileged to have a testimony in that book as well. So that was an honour, that was really. So, very quickly now, just some achievements so far. Like I say, not everything, just some of them. And it's what's called like a bucket list, yeah? I know it sounds a bit morbid, all the things you want to do before you get lucky. So it's just, just literally just get them all down there. So a couple of hours to pay for, like each time savings in the bank, £4 grand a month income. So these are things I've actually achieved. I'm over £500,000. All these sort of balcony, this kind of thing, jet skis, blah, blah, all this. All these places I've been to, and more recently, the new decking we've had, the new office layout. Spoke at a Vision Group rally, which is like I'm so nervous for public speaking, I really am. And I've just had a phone call today from Michael Cathcart. He's asked me to speak at the ICC in January. So yeah, that's going to be even more nerve-wracking. But the thing is, it's all about personal development as well, isn't it? You sort of growing as a person as well, and so far there's the date houses there and the hotel investment, but I see it like getting 20 properties plus. There's so many cars out there. £8 grand a month. £8 grand a month. A nice £2 grand a week. A nice cool 100 grand a year. That is. When I first joined this business, some people they say, oh, we joined for £50 a week, but I didn't. I joined. I wanted £1,000 a week when I first joined, and now it's kind of like blasted out of the water. So now it's kind of like, right, okay, I'll want £2 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? Because it's you live up to your income, don't you? So 100 grand, nice cool 100 grand a year. That's what I'm aiming for. There's lots of things on there. Holiday homes. More recently, I'm thinking more and more about Spain now as well. I'm wondering whether to convince my girlfriend, spend the winter in Spain for 6 months, and then spend the summer here in the UK for 6 months, which that'd be great. I'm working on that. But I'd like to be a millionaire, and at least own £1 million worth of property. Well, I'm not far off that now anyway. So this is quite interesting. Adele, who's my upline, she put a quote on Facebook. She's like, wow, just found the list that Jamie and I made of our goals back in October 12. All the ones in orange are the ones that we've achieved so far, nearly 4 years down the line. Some of the goals have now changed, or we've achieved something better than we originally written down. So it's so important to write your goals down. So again, these are great leaders in the business who are gold SCV. So this is not the first time this has happened. It's also happened our very first list we ever made, and it's happened ever since. Why not sit down today, get passionate about your life? Again, that's a good quote there. So it's time for action, isn't it? Let's face it. This business is rocking and rolling. It really is. I think we're getting to the point where we've now got more people in this business than we've ever had. I think we're fast approaching that anyway. Turnover is just we're we're going to start breaking records. Yeah, it's just on an incline like you wouldn't believe, much like that roller coaster. So a year from now, you know, your wish should have started today. Okay, so a year from now, your wish should have started today. So to summarise now, very briefly, I'm your own boss. Much like yourself, you're all your own boss. You've got the freedom of choice. Yeah, you can do what you want on a daily basis. You can have a holiday when you want to. You can give yourself, this is so powerful, you can give yourself a pay rise whenever you want. It's literally a decision. You can give yourself a pay rise whenever you want. I just think, you just can't do that in a job. And can achieve massive goals through this business, which again is unlikely in a job. But most importantly is that you can help others to achieve what they want. So, final word, anybody, and I mean anybody, can achieve the lifestyle that they want out of this business. Anybody. The trick is, find your why and never give up. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely fantastic, thank you, Paul. That was brilliant again. Just love it. I've been sat at the front, I couldn't see anybody else. I'm just smiling all the way through that. That's what he does. Does anybody else agree with me? He's just smiling through that because you can see it, you want it. So I've got to say, thank you, Paul. Another round of applause, please.